and welcome to Slip Joint Sawyer. Now today we're going to be talking about this. This is my newest sort of purchase. This is the Buck 112 Ranger Sport, and this could be my favorite buck and the best variation of the Buck 112. Now in this video we're going to be going through some of the features of this knife, comparing it to some of the other 112s in my collection, and really just seeing, can it really outlast the classic or even custom versions of the classic design, because this is made with a lot more modern materials and bits and pieces like that. But stay with me, we'll go through all the key things of that and maybe some more bits towards the end. So let's jump right into it. The Buck 112, it is my favourite locking knife. I think it always will be, ever since I first got my hands on the sort of the original style, which is this brass with the ebony. Now there is a flat bottom version I did show it off in my collection overview video a couple of videos back. I will link it in the corner here somewhere for you to go and see. But this is the sort of modern take on it, and when I say modern, this one is from 1992. But ever since I got this, I fell in love with the Buck 112, and I really do feel this is superior in every way to the 110. Now I know there's going to be people that say, oh, it's too small, it's this, it's that, but for me it's absolutely perfect, and I know a load of people who will agree with me. But if you prefer the 110, that's entirely up to you. I just love the size of this, and the proportions of it for me are absolutely perfect, and I really wish in the UK this was a legal knife to carry without some sort of reason, because it's just beautiful and it's not changed in decades, and I love that about this knife. Everything from the sort of the rounded spun pins, the brass, the wood's been the same, and even the clip point blade. It's fantastic. Now over the years we've had several variations, and I say this is up there with being one of the newer variations. Now it's been around for a couple of years, this, the 112 excuse me, Ranger Sport, and it does come in their sort of pro box, and you can see the model number here is 0112 GRS 5-B Ranger Sport Pro, and this is of course proudly made in the USA. Now normally you would get a leather sheath with the Buck 112s as they come, minus any that have a pocket clip. Now this is the Slim Pro TRX, unfortunately discontinued now. As you can see, this does have the screw holes for pocket clip. I'm not a huge fan of pocket clips, so I normally take them off and slip carry it, or just chuck it in my pocket in the case of this one, because it's like G10. This is my sort of beta 112. It's got that brilliant S30V Boss heat treat, and it's absolutely fantastic. But you can see it's a very modern style take on the clip point there. It's not quite as upswept as, say, you know, the traditional styling. You can see the comparison of the two there. Not that there's anything against it. I love this blade shape, but this one, absolutely, it's just the best. Traditional is best, always. But this one, of course, you get the screwed construction. You've got Torx bits on here. T6 all round it looks like, and then you've got the little Buck logo on this one. Backlock, nice smooth action. Thumb studs, my only gripe with this knife, the thumb studs are way too big. They stick out past the handle, so when you put it down, I know that's really petty, but it sort of like rocks about. I just don't understand why they put them on there. I get that, you know, it's for people that use a knife with gloves, but yeah, no, they're a bit too big. I wish you could have like maybe they could do interchangeable ones like spares, or I mean you could grind them down, but I don't really want to do that. But that was my sort of favorite working version until this thing sort of showed up. So 112 Ranger Sport, it's everything that should make it my perfect Buck 112. It's the same thickness as the original, which is one of the things this didn't have about it. It was quite thin and quite light. This is sort of aluminium scales. We've got screwed on micarta. Ignore my blood there, I cut myself while using it. Not on this, on something else. Pocket clip, which will be taken off because it just sort of gets in the way for me, and I mean, it's a thick knife. I don't really want the clip on there as well. And it does have the same thumb studs as a Slim Pro TRX, but they do not stick out past the bolsters or the handles of the knife, which makes it for a much easier carry. You can't even see them in that sort of profile. Again, you get the S30V Pull Boss heat treat, and the lack of nail nick on this makes it incredibly pleasing on the eye. The only thing really being is the thumb studs, but I mean, I can live with those. I mean, I may even take them off in the future, but you are left with a hole through the blade, but it doesn't really bother me that much because you don't really need them, to be honest. I get that it's there for, you know, for ease of one hand opening, but I like a slip joint. I'm always opening my knives like this. So for me, I mean, I'm probably just going to take them off. But beautiful blade grind on there. This thing come razor sharp out of the box, and I fell in love with it straight away. But if you know other variations that sort of match with this, this is a drop point 112 nickel silver and ebony. This was a web special from the States that John picked up for me. This again then is the more traditional version of this, but then of course you get the added weight of the nickel silver. So although this is an absolutely fantastic knife, it's not going to beat pocket time for this one down here, purely because how light it is going to be to carry, and it actually reminds you of the original sort of styling of the 112. Really nice micarta on this as well. It's going to take a decent sort of filth patina, as I like to call it, because you know you're using it, holding it, your sweats and oils get in it, and it'll sort of darken on the edges, maybe where your fingers have been up here holding the knife, you're going to see like darker patches like that, and it'd be absolutely fantastic. The only thing I can really think to improve this knife, maybe if they offered you an option of maybe sort of polished bolsters, but again, would it really fit the aesthetic? Probably not. Maybe a finger groove version. I'd love to see that. I think that would be a cool addition. Imagine finger grooves like on my custom here. That would be fantastic. And I've been asking myself for the last couple of days. I've been carrying it for a good 3-4 days maybe, I think, since I've had it, and I've loved it every single second. But thinking, does it really beat any of these knives on the table? Is it just as good as any of these? And for me, I can truly say that it knocks 3 of these knives right off the table. It's made this one irrelevant for me because it's too thin and the thumb studs stick out and it annoys me. This one, because it's incredibly heavy, and this is just the 425 steel before they went to the 420 HC. So if I'm doing hard work, I want something that's going to last a little bit longer than that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I love the steel. The drop point S30 feet, absolutely beautiful. I love it. Aesthetically, I love the clip point more. I'm going to carry this. I carried it today and I loved it. But the Ranger Sport's got it beat for me. Aesthetically, with the weight, the one hand opening makes it perfect. And then it comes to comparing it to a custom 112. Now this is in Magna Cut, so it's a bit of an uprated steel, but I have got one on order with S30V as well. And I was sort of thinking about it all day, is like, which would I really want to put in my pocket? Which one do I want to carry all the time and have as a working knife? And as good as this Ranger Sport is, it's going to be the custom for me all day. I picked it. I picked the sort of variation of it. I picked the wood, I picked the blade steel, I picked the nickel silver, I picked the pins, I picked the finger grooves. This is my 112. Anyone can buy this variation. This one is mine. Yes, someone else can configure it the same as me, but I built this one and picked it. This one is always going to be superb for me. But the customs are a lot more expensive. But that's what you have to sort of decide with. Do you want something that everyone can buy, which is absolutely fantastic? I love it. I'm really glad I purchased it. Picked it up from Heine Haynes for anyone that's interested. They've got a few there. They're around the sort of 140, 150 mark. But for every single buck, pocket knife, EDC knife collector, any of you, you all need to get a custom buck, whether it's a 110, a 112. It's just something about the feeling of owning a knife designed like the original, made exactly like the original, but to your specs, it makes it incredibly special. That's why I sort of love my custom. And I love them all. This one is superb. I'm going to keep using it, keep carrying it, because that's what it's for. Any hard use, dirty jobs, I'm going to be reaching for this one instead of this, because it is too skinny. But for everyday carry, to put on my belt, for something a bit sort of fancy, I'm going to be carrying this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my sort of ramble about the Buck 112 and the sort of comparison between a couple of models in my collection. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment in the description below. Let me know what your favourite 112 is, or your favourite buck knife. Have you got any customs? Do you not like the customs? Do you love the customs? I'd just love to know. Chat to me in the comments. Please hit the thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to be made of notifications or videos when they drop. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.